Hey guys, how's it going? This is Autobot JCB here again with another How to Transform video. In today's video, we're going to be continuing on with Transformers Revenge of the Fallen because today I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Deluxe Class Arcee and Deluxe Class Chromia. As you guys can see here, Arcee and Chromia are motorcycles. I'm not entirely sure what kind of motorcycles, but they're motorcycles. Now, you guys will notice, obviously, I've only got two of the Arcee sisters. That is because they did not release Elita 1 for the ROTF line. However, for the Dark of the Moon line, they did release a purple repaint of Chromia, and it was renamed Elita 1. Now, I know that I already covered Arcee in a previous video. However, this is obviously the 2009 version, and that was the 2007 version. And I will show you a body comparison to the two once we progress through this video. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to go over a couple of details that Arcee and Chromia have in their vehicle modes, and then we'll get on to transformation. So for right now, we're going to move Chromia off to the side and bring in Arcee. Now, you guys will notice that, obviously, they went with her more traditional reddish-pink color. I think that they could have chose a maybe slightly different color. I apologize if it looks more orange in the camera. Maybe it's just the lighting, so I do apologize. You'll notice that she has this sidecar mounted on her. This is actually a stand that you put her wheels in, so that way you can pose her. And it does actually disconnect from this port right here. Now, the biggest reason why I always keep the sidecar on is because her kickstand doesn't always do the greatest job. Well, that time it's behaving. But yeah, she just has this little flip down kickstand right here, just like a traditional motorcycle, which I think is a nice detail. And the sidecar here, despite pretty much just being a stand, it actually has machine guns mounted on it. I'm not entirely sure why, but hey, it is what it is. So we're actually going to go ahead and take this, set that off to the side for right now because we don't need it right at the moment. So anyway, getting back into details, you'll notice that Arcee has a Cybertronian symbol there. She's got one there. I believe there's one other one somewhere else, but I think it's after you transform her. Anyway, you'll notice that she has the Autobot symbol right here on the rear seat. She's got the license plate detailing right there. She's got the exhaust detailing. You'll notice if you turn it around, you'll see that it looks like they did a pretty good job detailing the mechanical stuff on the motorcycle. I have to admit, these like ridge vents right here look really great. The headlights look really good. And if you look up underneath the windshield, you can see her head right there. Overall, I think this is a pretty good design, but I said it in my other video, the 2007 version is better. I apologize to anybody who favors this one, but yes, the 2007 version, in my opinion, it was way better design. I wish they could have carried it over to this, but they did. It is what it is. I still think it was a good attempt. But anyway, to get back on track, there's Arcee. So we're going to go ahead and set her off to the side, and we're going to bring in Chromia. Now, and then like I stated earlier, I honestly do not know what kind of motorcycles these are supposed to be. But if you guys have any ideas, I'd love to know down in the comments. But anyway, so here's Chromia. You'll notice, obviously, she's got a different vehicle mode design, and she obviously is the blue. Now, what I like to think is that so traditionally Arcee is pink, like she was in the G1 series. Obviously here, the Transformers Energon series, she was also pink. Now, in the Transformers Prime series, she was actually blue. I honestly think that they did use the blue color of Chromia for Arcee to make her more of a standout character. And I think we can all agree that Arcee I don't know. I can't really say for you guys. But in my opinion, I think that the Arcee from the Transformers Prime series was... you did not want to mess with her on a bad day, basically. But anyway, so Chromia Like I said, I don't know what kind of motorcycle she is. If you look, she's also got the Cybertronian decals, just like her sister Arcee. She's got the Autobot symbol right here on the seat of her vehicle mode. Now, just like with Arcee, she also has a stand, and then she also has a kickstand. And hers is not going to want... There it goes. All right, so there we go. And then you'll notice that Chromia's stand also has a machine gun and what looks like maybe some type of grenade launcher or a cannon or something like that. But yeah, they come with these stands, even though I don't even think these actually attach while they're in bot mode, except for them being able to stand on them. But either way, these stands are actually pretty cool. So we're going to set those off to the side because we are going to be using those later. And then, of course, with Chromia, you'll see that she unlike with Arcee, she's just got kind of a printed detailing right here on this panel right here. You'll see that she's got the transparent headlights. She's got the detail on the front wheels. She's got kind of the detail of the chain on the motorcycle chain right here on the back. Then, of course, like I just showed you, she's got the kickstand just like with Arcee. She's also got a spot for a license plate right here. And then you'll notice right here is actually a missile because Chromia's whole arm is a missile launcher. And we'll be getting into that after a bit. But anyway, so there's Chromia. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and show you how to transform Arcee, and then we'll go back to Chromia. So for right now, we'll just move her off to the side. Now for Arcee, when she's transformed, we will need her stand. So we'll just set that there, and we'll use it after a bit. All right. So for Arcee, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and flip up her kickstand. We're going to come over here, and we're going to actually pull this piece off of her wheel, and then disconnect it from right here. Bring it forward, just like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this other side. We're going to disconnect it right here at the same spot. Bring this whole section, disconnect that, and flip it around just like that. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here. Excuse me. I am backwards somehow. All right, there we go. We're going to come right here, and we're going to flip this off to the side just like this, because what we're going to do first is we're going to take the bottom section of the bike, we're going to flip it down, and we're going to rotate it on this hinge and rotate it on this hinge. We're going to flip it, and we're going to flip these in just like this, because these are going to be Arcee's legs, or wheels, whatever you want to call them. And this is actually not the most user-friendly transformation. I do apologize. We'll get that down just like this. Oh, come on, Arcee, don't do this. Guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, sorry about that. All right, so I messed up, so I had to kind of put it back and reset it a little bit. I apologize. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we've got the right quarter panel flipped out. We've got the left whole side flipped down, and now we're working on transforming her lower body. So we're gonna go ahead and bring this up a little bit, bring this down on this hinge right here, and we're gonna keep rotating that, rotate that, because then what we're gonna do is we're going to make sure this is straight out of the way because we don't want this hook right here. We're gonna fold this over, and we're gonna bring this back up a little bit, because then what we're gonna do is we're going to fold down her tires just like this. Now they don't connect, but they will just sit next to each other just like this, because then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate her waist a little bit. And there we go, just like that. So far we have her like this. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to disconnect the front half of the bike, and we're going to bring it down to her shoulder just like this. And as you do, go ahead and bring her head out of its housing just like this, and we'll go ahead and bring her shoulder around just like that. Why is this not behaving? I am so sorry, guys. I have not done this one for a while, so I am so sorry, guys. There we go, for the most part. All right, so far we've got her. We've got Arcee. We flipped out her head. We flipped around the front of the bike right here. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and bring this piece up, and this has a little hook on it that will actually hook right behind here. We'll go ahead and bring that up just like that, because then what we'll do is we'll flip this around just like this, and then we'll flip this down, and then we'll take this and we'll flip it open because that will form her hand, and then we'll flip this just like this. So there we have Arcee's arm right there. And what is going on here? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay. Yeah, don't bring this around just like that. Make sure you fold it down because she does have a shoulder joint. Guys, I am so sorry. I haven't done this one for a very long time. I am so sorry, guys. There we go. So now we have her arm just like that. And then we'll take this panel and we'll flip it up just like this around her hand. And so Arcee looks like this. Now, obviously, she doesn't look like much because she's not posed. But just give me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and raise the camera up a little bit. I am so sorry for how shaky this is. All right. All right, there we go. All right, so we've got Arcee transformed and ready to go. What we'll do is we'll line up this pin with just the axle. It doesn't connect into it, but we'll just line up the wheels, and then we'll take her sidecar, and we'll snap the wheels into it, and that will allow you to stand her up in a pose. It's not the most glorious, but if you can get her posed where she doesn't topple backwards because of how off balance she is, good on. That's great. All right, so there we have Arcee transformed in that interesting fashion. All right, and then one other thing she has is she actually has a snap out Energon sword, and this whole piece right here, if you press the switch on the back of it, her sword will flip out. Just a little bit of a weapon, which I think is cool. And then, of course, she has her other arm is mostly posable, so you can get it set up the way you want. But anyway, so there's Arcee. So we're gonna go ahead and move her back, and we're gonna bring in Chromia. Now, Chromia is also an interesting transformation. What we're gonna do first is we're gonna flip down the kickstand, and we're gonna flip up the front wheel just like this, and we'll go ahead and disconnect this panel right here, and disconnect that panel and just turn it a little bit just like that. The next thing we'll do is we'll flip open these pieces right here because these are going to actually become Chromia's shoulders. And then what we're going to do is we're going to flip up the seat and then disconnect this whole section right here from its housing right in there. And we'll go ahead and bring this off to the side just like this. Now, the way she works is you actually pull her apart and extend her body. And oops, I got stuck. There we go. We'll go ahead and extend her whole body. And as we do, we'll flip up her head, and then we'll put her body back together just like this. There we go. All right, so we've got that flipped around. We want this flipped down off to the side just like this. And we want to flip in the license plate. And then she does actually have a trigger, which is right here for her rocket launcher. And what's cool is that you can actually take this and you can actually straighten her arm completely so she could actually have a posed rocket launcher. And what's cool is that when you do that, this piece will actually slide in and out, similar to the MechTech design and stuff like that. But anyway, so coming back down to the lower half of her, what we're going to do is we're going to take her handlebars. We're going to flip them up just like this. We're going to flip this section around just like this. And we'll go ahead. Whoops, I did not mean to pop that off. I'm so sorry. There we go. Get that seated just like that. And then what we'll do is we'll bring this section up. We'll bring her wheel forward. And this will just line up with her tire just like that. And there we have Chromia. And then one other thing I forgot to mention, when you transform her arm, bring her quarter panel down so it kind of looks like a blade on her arm, just like this. But anyway, so there we have Chromia. And then just like with Arcee, she does have the stand. Now her stand attaches a little bit different, where Arcee's attaches forward. Chromia's actually attaches reversed. So hers will sit just like this, and we'll... Oh, maybe, I apologize, I had it backwards. I'm so sorry, guys. Go ahead and get that connected just like that. There we go. And our Chromia, if I can get her to behave. There we go. And there we have Chromia, transformed and ready to go. Now, guys, I apologize for how chaotic these guys are. I don't really mess with these guys very much. They typically just sit on my display, so this is probably the first time in a while that I've actually transformed them. But anyway, so here we have Arcee and her sister Chromia. And then, like I was saying, unfortunately, they did not release Elita 1 for the ROTF line, but they did release her for the Dark of the Moon line. And I think they also released her for the Hunt for the Decepticons line as well. But I really wish they had released all three. So anyway, and then one other thing I wanted to show you was a comparison to Arcee, the 2009 Arcee with her 2007 counterpart. So this is 09 right here. And this is 07. Yeah, like I said, guys, in my opinion, 07 was done much better. 09, not so much, but it's nice that we did actually get to see Arcee in the second movie, even though she was originally set to feature in the first movie, and then she was ultimately scrapped and replaced with Ironhide. But anyway, guys, so there we have the 2009 Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Arcee sisters, Arcee and Chromia. If you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below, even hit the like and subscribe button and hit the notification bell, and I will do what I can to help you out in the future. And until then, bye.